issue. So in terms of Randy-Birdie syndrome, I was talking about getting another mate.
Yeah.
Right, now my advice there is that you get one at 6 weeks of age.
Okay.
Not 10 weeks of age.
Yep.
5.5 to 6.5 weeks of age, somewhere in that range, when they've learnt to crack seed.
Yep.
Or preferably eat pellets.
Exactly.
As part of their diet.
Yep.
Right? So you're not having to hand feed them.
Yeah, exactly.
Preferably hand raised, so they're already well on the way to taming. So you get a female, and you get her health checked within 3 days of buying her.
Okay.
Right. So get me to have a look at her and go through a health check for you.
Okay.
Keep her away from him for the first 4 weeks.
Oh, right. Okay.
Preferably for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
During that period of time, you're doing a lot of handling.
Yeah.
And taming.
Yep.
And bonding. Don't buy her if her wings have been clipped.
Okay.
If you want to temporarily reduce her ability to fly around, well then I'll show you how to tape them.
Tape them, okay.
Right. So it doesn't interfere with joint function.
Yeah.
But I would refuse to buy any cockatiel that's already had its wings clipped.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Because I know it's going to be prone to injury, and the taming methods that have been used up to that stage have been inappropriate if they have been tamed.
Yeah.
Or they're just taking a bird. Anyway, I just wouldn't buy a bird with its wings clipped.
Yeah. Okay.
I prefer that you got your birdie from directly from a breeder.
Yep.
Where you've got some recourse and that you've been able to see where the bird's kept and so forth.
Sure.
And you're able to run your eyes over the aviary and see there's no sick bird down in the corner of the cage, or one huddled up somewhere along the road. If there's any sick birds on the premises, where you know, in the cage or whatever, you find a reason for buying them somewhere else.
Yep. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, most definitely.
Right. So do that. Now, after 6 weeks of sort of quarantine, advisedly it is best to do a quick, or not necessarily quick, but a follow-up check before introducing them. Then you do matchmaking.
Yeah.
But what we're doing there is setting up 2 friends for you. So both will be friends with you.
Yeah.
And both will be friends.
Yeah.
Together when you're not there, if you're out working or doing anything, right? So that they're not left alone all day.
Yeah.
Now, come breeding season, you've got many choices. Their behaviour does change a bit, so this will happen anyway. The males get more randy. If you're the prime partner, well then they're going to be all over you all the time. If they're females, they're going to become all over you, but they're going to become intermittently, unpredictably predictable, bitey.
Bitey, yeah,
right?
That's what I like.
Because they're frustrated.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, they may become protective of their, wherever, you know, each other at that stage. But that is normal behaviour for a cockatiel anyway.
Yeah.
So, and then as to whether or not you want any babies, well, there's lots of things you can do with the eggs to stop them hatching if you don't want them.
Yeah.
But if you do want them, or want to allow them to go through nature's pattern of behaviour, certainly I advise against taking the eggs away.
Okay.
Right? That is a mistake. That is encouraging more eggs to be produced. And when the hen gets sick of looking after those eggs, you can save those eggs. You can do something with them, but save them, so that as soon as she starts laying again, each day she lays an egg, you put an extra egg in, and you build up the numbers very quickly. Right? That's one of the tricks to reducing the egg laying problem. All right. But anyway, I advise you on all that a little bit later down the track. I'll just do this fecal smear, just make sure we haven't got any worm eggs or anything like that. You can look after them. And we'll go from there. But I'm basically very happy with the examination, in that I haven't found anything too serious. And I think that's likely to heal over a period of 4 to 6 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Right? So might be a quick thing. I can suggest that we look at diet and just make sure that there's adequate calcium in the diet.
That's what I think is I don't have right. So
some Calcivet. may be appropriate. What is the diet at the present stage?
At the moment, I brought a sample of his seed along.
Right, so it's a seed-based diet?
But yeah, and then a little bit of carrot occasionally.
Right.
But that's about it.
What about grit?
Yeah, he does have shell grit in the cage as well.
Right, he has shell grit. Does he have sand grit as well?
Sand grit, no.
Right, I'd like you to give him sand grit as well.
Okay.
Sand grit is the equivalent of our teeth.
Okay.
Right, so it's, thank you for doing that. Yep, okay, now how do you feed that?
It's just in a little tray, a little
How little?
feeder.
That little or
no,
bigger than that?
Yeah.
Okay.
3 times that size.
And do you fill it up about that much each day or what do you do?
No, it's full and then I just shake out the
Right, okay. So you're blowing off the husks and things?
Yep.
Right, okay. Alrighty, that way you will be encouraging him to eat more of the seed, right? But what tends to happen is that over time they start going sweep, sweep, scatter, scatter, mess, mess, swallow, sweep, sweep, scatter, scatter, mess, mess, swallow, right? And from an unbalanced diet, they pick out a very unbalanced diet.
Yeah, he likes the sunflowers.
Yep, sure. So I encourage you to broaden the diet in terms of giving him a little of a lot of fresh greens on a daily basis.
Okay.
And a little might be, I'll call it, be a little bit vulgar, but it helps remember. I do it for that purpose, some fingernail trimmings.
Ah.
Right, so fingernail trimming pieces of dandelion, chickweed, milk thistle, broccoli, cauliflower, celery, parsley, winter grass, umbrella grass, kikuyu grass, buffalo grass, couch grass, whatever grasses are in order. You can have some basil and you can have a few of the other things, right? So, in other words, I want little pieces, I want a lot of different little pieces, chopped up like tabbouleh, right? And that can be stirred through his seed mix, or it can be offered on a separate tray for him. And you can pick you can have some fresh paspalum as long as it is very fresh. It's another one. So the various grasses, as long as they're clean, and they're free from mildew, mould, rust, whatever you call the pesticides and all that sort of stuff. Okay. I'd like you to do that. I'd like you to give him, get him onto pellets, preferably Harrison's. That brand, right? Harrison's is my preferred brand. That is certified organic. Comes from the States. There are other pellets that are. Where are they? I have some. Anyway, Better Farm. This brand is Australian made. And we have carrot pellets. I think they're down the other end of the room. So Better Farm parrot pellets would be also suitable, and they're more readily available. There's an ultra fresh dropping. That is what I've been waiting for hours. See, I'll just pounce on that because when I get a very warm dropping, I can check for an extra organism called Giardia. Or we call it, loosely we call it Giardia. It's not truly Giardia because it's a related organism. But we only see it while the book is very, very fresh.
Good job.
So I'll just have a look at that. I'll turn off this recorder.